For most of modern history, ownership was simple. If you bought something, it belonged to you. Your house was yours. Your car was yours. Your music collection sat on your shelf. Your software lived on your computer. Ownership meant control. It meant security. And for many people, it meant progress. But quietly, almost without protest, this idea began to disappear. Today, when you pay for something, you often don't own it. You access it, you rent it, you subscribe to it, and this shift is not accidental. It is one of the most important economic transformations of our time. This is the story of how ownership became optional, why subscriptions took over, and what this means for your future. The subscription economy did not begin with movies or music. It began with software. In the early 2000s, companies faced a problem. People bought software once, then used it for years. So businesses changed the model. Instead of selling a product, they sold continuous access. Adobe was one of the first major companies to make this move. Then Microsoft, then enterprise software, and eventually, consumer products followed. Subscriptions solved a major problem for companies: unpredictable revenue. Recurring payments meant stability. Stability meant growth. Growth meant investors were happy. Once this model proved successful, it spread everywhere. Subscriptions are not just about money. They are about control. When you subscribe, access can be removed instantly. No refunds, no ownership rights, no physical product. From a business perspective, this is incredibly powerful. It reduces piracy, it locks customers in, and it allows companies to change terms at any time. Prices can rise, features can disappear, and users have very little leverage. This is not a flaw of the system. It is the design. Streaming made life easier, at least, that's what it promised. Instead of buying albums, you subscribe to music. Instead of DVDs, you stream movies. But ownership disappeared. Songs can be removed. Movies can vanish overnight. Entire libraries can change without warning. You pay monthly, but you never accumulate value. Access feels like freedom, but it is temporary by nature. Housing is where this shift becomes personal. For decades, owning a home was a milestone, a foundation. Today, that foundation is crumbling. Rising interest rates, corporate investors, and long-term renting have reshaped the market. More people rent longer. More homes are owned by funds, not families. And housing increasingly behaves like a subscription. Monthly payments, no equity, no permanence. Ownership becomes the exception, not the rule. Cars used to be mechanical. Now they are software. Features can be locked behind paywalls. Heated seats, performance modes, navigation. You may own the vehicle, but you don't own its capabilities. This model is spreading to devices, appliances, and even services that once felt permanent. Ownership is becoming conditional. Artificial intelligence accelerates everything. AI tools are not sold. They are rented. Your data trains the system. Your subscription keeps it alive. And once you rely on it, leaving becomes difficult. AI does not create ownership. It creates dependence. And dependence is the most profitable model of all. Subscriptions fragment spending. Small amounts feel harmless, but combined, they shape behavior. What you can access, what you can afford, what you can stop using. The system doesn't need force. It relies on convenience. Some people are pushing back. Some governments are responding, but reversing this trend is difficult. Subscriptions are efficient, they are scalable, and they favor institutions over individuals. The future may not eliminate ownership completely, but it will redefine it. The shift from ownership to subscription is not just economic. It is cultural, psychological, and permanent. Understanding this change is the first step toward navigating it. Because the question is no longer whether everything will become a subscription. The question is how much control you are willing to give up.